Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel today. We have something new in our playlist. We're going to talk about this very odd computer that I found in a storage unit that I purchased last week at auction. And this is a computer that's very odd. I'm not very familiar with the brand. And we're going to show y'all today what it's about, and I'm about to open it for the first time today. I do know a lot about computers, but this was a computer that was in a blue bin that I'd never seen before. And this is what it is. This is technically a brand called Compix Character Drive. So I looked it up online as Compix desktop computers. It didn't pull up. It pulled up only one of these computers, but it had a big old flapper that popped down, even though it was laying down. This thing is standing up. So I looked on eBay, and I see they only carried one of these, which had more features than this one, and it was going for like $8,000, like $7,999, and I was like, wow, wonder why. So I looked this company up, and they're actually a graphics design company. So I'm assuming that these computers were actually graphic designing type computers. I don't know what that means with these because I've never been into graphic designing. I was into building computers, and I'm a big gamer. So when I seen a computer, I even have the monitor to go with it, but it's not this. I don't know if the monitor is the same. It come with this, or unless it was bought separately. But as you can tell, this computer is in very good shape as far as on the outside. I mean, there is no dents whatsoever in this computer. But doing discovery online, there is hardly any information on this computer at all. So I was looking for a model number, and I can't find one on the outside of this machine. I did notice it uses like a mini ATX power supply. All the ports are in perfectly good shape. This is completely clean. You can tell none of these holes are damaged, especially the audio in the mic and the output and the inputs or auxiliary ports. The USB ports are completely in great shape. The VGA and the printer ports, and even these old school keyboard and mouse auxiliary ports. As you can tell, the fan's pretty dusty in there, so I'm assuming this thing has never been cleaned out. The power supply looks perfectly fine. I don't know if this thing runs or not, but we will find out today if it does. So what I did notice that there was a cool feature on this. It has a little flapper that opens up, and there is two USBs there, and there's a DVD multi-recorder RW. And what's this say here? Oh crap, actually this is the model number. Holy crap. I opened this earlier, but I didn't realize it was in here. And this is the Windows 7 Pro key, and I don't really care about that because it's not supported anymore, so God forbid if you can even activate it. I didn't realize this was in here, and that's the model number. I would assume that this computer is a basic model, so I don't think it goes for a lot of money like the other one does. The other one has a bigger flapper, but it takes up like all the half of this front end. But it's perfectly good shape. I mean, can't go wrong with it. So let's open it up and see what's on the inside of this baby. And as you can tell, she uses a Phillips screw. So, hoping. Uh-oh. I already dropped the screw already, and there it is. Okay, we're gonna hope we find some good stuff in this thing. I don't know if this is how it opens. Actually, I think it's all... What's missing a screw here? Oh, okay. I think it's like a two-sided one, but it's like an L-shaped type cover. Because I don't want to force something. This computer's in very good shape. I mean, if it's in good shape on the outside, I guarantee the inside's pretty good. But it may not even be clean. And that's exactly how you do it. Alright. Put the side thing there. And wow. Damn. This thing is cleaner than I thought it was. This is actually a Asus motherboard. I was not expecting this type of motherboard to be in this computer. I guess if it's a graphics design, I guess it probably is. This is the model number. It's an Asus P5G41T MLX Plus. The fan looks really dusty and dirty, so I'm assuming this thing could use one hell of a cleanup. I do have one of those expensive PC fans that I can just vacuum it out with really good. This little mini fan here, this doesn't even look like an 80mm fan. It could be a lot smaller. Look like it could be like maybe 30 or 40, if there is a such thing. I don't remember. It is an Intel, but God forbid, I don't know. I have to look online to see what type of processor this thing takes. All the RAM is there. All the ports, the CMOS batteries in there, and I'm hoping this thing runs. I would assume it does. The DVD drive is perfect. Nothing's bent or damaged, which I am very impressed. And it is a SATA. But when I did look these up, these computers actually came out in 2013, I think. But this one has Windows 7 on it, so this computer might be a little older. It's DDR3, so I'm thinking it could be like maybe it is a 2013. It could be a 2012. Because DDR3 was still popular back then. Let's look at the RAM sticks and see what type of RAM it has in it. Oh wow, it's got a 2 gig TRX8 piece DDR3. A weird brand I never heard of. It's Japan, so it's probably made in Japan, or it's an actual Japan brand sold in the US. It's 2 gig stick, which these are still pretty common to find. And we're gonna find out if the other one's the same or not. We'll just leave it out. Okay. And let's check this one. I'm assuming it's probably another 2 gig. That's actually a 4 gig. 4 gig DDR3. So this thing has 6 gigabyte in here. So I'm assuming that this computer is probably compatible to run a max of 8 gigabyte probably. I've never seen a computer yet, and I know the one that has a maximum capability of 6 gigabyte, and if it does, that'd be very, very odd. But I doubt it. I think this thing can hold probably an 8 max. Probably for the age of it. But yeah, everything seems to look good here. This, I don't know how this comes out. I think it's just screwed in. When this thing looks like it's the graphics card, just a generic graphics card. These look like just regular pins. I don't think anything's supposed to be hooked up to it. Like I said, this is from an auction, so I have no clue if anything's actually missing out of this. As far as I can tell, it's not, but I could be wrong. It's got extra ports down here, like PCIe ports. Oh, the one thing I'm looking for is, does it have a hard drive? And yes, it does have a hard drive, and it's right there. I don't know if it's accessible from the front. No, it probably just pops out this way, and guarantee you either have to take this whole deck out here, or you're gonna take the power supply out to get this baby out. So this computer looks pretty clean. what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a part 2 video about this computer, and we're gonna clean it up and see what happens, and test it out after we get everything cleaned up, put it back together, and we'll basically go on from there.